When your cat sighs heavily, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Most of us just think it's a cute little exhale, a sign they're bored or annoyed. But behind that simple action, there's something most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded and intimate things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might miss what they're trying to tell you and unintentionally push them away. Let's start with what a heavy sigh really means. The exasperation myth. You've probably been there. You're sitting on the couch, your cat curls up next to you, and suddenly, a long, dramatic sigh. Naturally, you assume they're annoyed. We project our human emotions onto them, assuming they are exasperated that we moved an inch or breathed too loudly. Here's what's actually happening. When a cat sighs in a relaxed position, it has almost nothing to do with frustration. Instead of expressing annoyance, a heavy sigh is a physical release of tension. Your cat is actively letting their guard down in your presence. They aren't sighing at you, they're sighing because of you. You are the signal that it's safe to power down their nervous system. Think about that for a second. Cats are hyper-vigilant predators by nature. For them to willingly shut off that alert system requires absolute faith in their environment. By exhaling deeply and releasing that tension, they are telling you trust to keep watch while they let go. And by the way, if your cat ever sighs right before slowly closing their eyes halfway, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that really means at the end of this video. Number 2, the parasympathetic shift. Have you ever noticed that a cat's sigh often comes right after a long grooming session or kneading? You might think they're simply tired from the effort. Here's what's actually happening. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Applied Animal Behavior Science found that deep exhalations in felines correlate directly with a shift from the sympathetic nervous system, their fight-or-flight mode, into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. When your cat sighs heavily, they are physically shifting their internal state. They are overriding their survival instincts because you are near. What makes this even more meaningful is that they aren't just choosing to rest, they're choosing to rest with you. Their very body is telling their brain, the human is here, we are safe. Think about that for a second. Your very presence is a biological calming agent for your cat. They view you not just as a food provider, but as their primary source of security. This is where most owners get it wrong. They think the cat is just sleepy. No. The cat is finding peace, and you are the anchor for that peace. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Number 3, the olfactory embrace. Does your cat ever press against you, bury their face into your side, and then let out a heavy sigh? It's easy to assume they're just trying to get comfortable in the blankets. Here's what's actually happening. When your cat exhales deeply against your skin or clothing, they are actively mixing their scent with yours. The breath from their nose and mouth carries their unique olfactory signature. When they sigh into your lap or against your chest, they are blanketing you in their invisible essence. They are claiming you. You aren't just furniture, you are their territory, their family. Think about that for a second. In the feline world, shared scent is the ultimate binding contract of affection. By sighing into your space, they view you as an extension of themselves. They are weaving your identities together. This isn't just about comfort, it's about belonging. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Number 4, the Echo of Kittenhood. Sometimes a heavy sigh is accompanied by a slight trill or a tiny squeak. You might think it's just a random quirk of their vocal cords. Here's what most people don't realize. This specific type of sigh is deeply rooted in their evolutionary history. Animal cognition research shows that deep, contented sighs paired with soft vocalizations mimic the sounds kittens make when nursing and settling against their mother. When your adult cat does this with you, they are regressing to the safest, most comforting moment of their life. They are looking at you with the exact same emotional lens they used for the mother that raised them. Think about that for a second. Out of all the behaviors they could show, they choose the one that represents pure, unadulterated vulnerability. They view you as their protector, their ultimate guardian. And here's where it gets even more powerful. They don't do this with just anyone. Number 5, The exclusivity of the sigh. When guests come over, your cat might hide, or they might tolerate a few pets before walking away, but they rarely, if ever, settle down and sigh heavily next to a stranger. People assume the cat is just shy. Here's what's actually happening. A heavy, relaxed sigh is a selective behavior reserved entirely for their inner circle. Cats are masters of masking their vulnerabilities because showing total relaxation is a massive risk. When they offer that heavy sigh in your presence, they are giving you a VIP pass to their true, unguarded self. This means the bond you've built isn't one-sided. It's reciprocated with total exclusivity. Think about that for a second. In a world where they feel the biological need to be on high alert, you are the single exception to their rules. You are the one person they don't have to pretend around. So the next time your cat sighs heavily next to you, remember you're experiencing a moment of trust that no one else gets to see. Number 6, the half-blink surrender. Remember earlier when I said to watch out for a sigh paired with a slow halfway eye closure? This is what I was talking about. You might think they're just fighting sleep, trying to keep their eyes open but failing. Here's what's actually happening. This is the zenith of feline vulnerability. The heavy sigh empties the lungs of tension, and the half-closed eyes, often called the slow blink or cat kiss, are a voluntary surrender of their visual awareness. They are quite literally turning off their early warning systems while looking directly at you. They aren't fighting to sleep. They are giving you the highest compliment a predator can give. I do not need to watch my back when I am with you. Think about that for a second. This is profound. They are putting your life in your hands. This is about pure love and absolute trust. If you ignore this moment, you miss the deepest declaration of love your cat can offer. Number 7, the pain breath. Now, we need to talk about the flip side. Sometimes a sigh isn't accompanied by relaxation. Sometimes your cat sighs heavily while remaining tense, sitting in a hunched meatloaf position or hiding in a corner. It's easy to assume they're just being antisocial. Here's what's actually happening. While a relaxed sigh means trust, a strained, repetitive sigh, especially if accompanied by a lack of appetite or lethargy, can be a sign of respiratory distress or pain. Cats hide illness incredibly well. A 2018 study on feline pain indicators highlighted the changes in breathing patterns, including heavy, labored sighs when a cat is awake, alert, and tense, are often the first subtle signs of internal discomfort. This isn't about bonding. This is a cry for help. Think about that for a second. Recognizing the difference between a sigh of surrender and a sigh of pain is your duty as their guardian. If you miss this, you lose the opportunity to help them when they need you most. Always watch their body language. If the body is loose, the sigh is love. If the body is tight, the sigh is a warning. So, when your cat sighs heavily, do you actually know what they're trying to say? It isn't exasperation, annoyance, or just simple fatigue. It is a biological shift into peace, a regression to the safety of kittenhood, and a voluntary surrender of their survival instincts. That's not just a simple exhale. That's pure, unfiltered trust and devotion. And that simple behavior, that tiny breath of air, was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either.